K-drama haven family, there are glamorous moments. There are picture-perfect red carpets. And then there are the moments that unfold when the cameras aren't looking. Moments that reveal the truth. Moments that fans dream about, but only a few get to witness. And tonight's story is exactly that. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. Because while the world was busy flashing lights and screaming names at the star-studded gala, something happened between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, something the public almost missed. But once the whispers started spreading, once the behind-the-scenes clips leaked, the internet knew this was not just another celebrity interaction. This was history in the making. The gala atmosphere. The night was electric. The venue glowed in golden lights, the air thick with perfume and champagne bubbles. Everywhere you turned, there were stars, actors, idols, directors, icons. But amidst all the glitz, there were two names on everyone's lips. Lee Min-ho, Song Hye Kyo, two living legends of Korean entertainment. Two icons from different generations. And yet, on this night, destiny decided to place them side by side. The first encounter. It started quietly. Cameras caught Lee Min-ho arriving in his black tailored suit, sharp, commanding, yet effortless. Song Hye Kyo entered minutes later, radiant in a flowing white gown that shimmered like starlight. When their eyes met across the hall, fans swore you could feel the shift in the air. And then the unexpected happened. As she adjusted her gown, Hye Kyo slightly stumbled on the train of her dress. Before anyone else could react, Min-ho reached out, steady, protective, almost instinctive, catching her by the arm. A brief touch. A fleeting moment. But in that instant, the room seemed to pause. And that was just the beginning. The cameras versus the reality. On stage and in photos, everything looked polished. They posed, they smiled, they waved. But what fans didn't see, at least not immediately, was what unfolded once the lights dimmed and the live broadcast ended. Sources close to the event whispered that Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo shared a private conversation backstage. Not the typical polite exchange between colleagues. This was deeper. They leaned in closer than expected. They laughed genuinely, not staged. And at one point, Min-ho placed his hand lightly on her back, guiding her through the crowd, shielding her from the chaos. One staff member even revealed, it was like watching two people who had known each other forever. The way they looked at each other wasn't scripted, it was natural, almost intimate. The internet reacts. Of course, fans are detectives. Clips surfaced, shaky phone footage, background videos. One showed Min-ho whispering something to Hye Kyo that made her laugh so hard she covered her mouth like a shy teenager. Another showed them standing side by side, their hands almost brushing, as if drawn to each other by gravity itself. And within hours, hashtags began trending worldwide. Hashtag Min-ho Hye Kyo Gala moment. Hashtag visuals of the century. Hashtag royalty on one stage. Millions of fans flooded timelines with edits, slow-motion replays, even lip-reading attempts to decode their conversation. Some fans wrote, "This is the drama we've been waiting for. Forget scripts, this is real-life chemistry." Imagine if they starred in a romance together. The world wouldn't survive. The emotional twist. But perhaps the most powerful part of the night came when the gala honored Song Hye Kyo with a Lifetime Achievement Award. As she walked to the stage, many noticed Lee Min-ho standing, applauding with a kind of pride that went beyond industry respect. His eyes glistened, his smile soft. And in a blink, the camera caught it, that unspoken connection. Her eyes finding his in the crowd. A subtle nod. A moment that screamed louder than words ever could. Gratitude, respect, admiration. After the lights. When the gala ended, most stars rushed to their cars, security teams guiding them through the frenzy. But witnesses swear Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo lingered a little longer, walking slowly, talking softly. And though no paparazzi caught the exact words, the body language said it all. Comfort. Ease. A rare bond. One staffer summed it up perfectly. They weren't acting like superstars. They were just two people enjoying each other's company. And that's what made it unforgettable. The legacy of one night. So, what really happened between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo at the gala? Did they ignite the beginnings of a new friendship? Did they spark the possibility of a collaboration? Or did fans just witness the first chapter of something far greater, a connection that could redefine what it means to be a power couple in K-drama history? Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain. That night gave the world something it never expected, the rare magic of seeing two legends share a moment so real, so human, and so unforgettable. And for fans across the globe, it wasn't just a gala. It was a dream, a glimpse into what could be. The viral storm. The morning after the gala, social media looked like a battlefield. Hashtags weren't just trending, they were dominating. Hashtag Min-ho Hye Kyo drama now climbed to #1 worldwide. Fan-made posters of Lee Min-ho x Song Hye Kyo dramas flooded timelines. One poster showed them standing under cherry blossoms, another placed them in a sweeping historical romance, while another reimagined them in a modern-day CEO x artist storyline. Fans didn't just want this pairing. They were manifesting it. Comments poured in. This would be bigger than Descendants of the Sun plus Boys Over Flowers combined. The king meets the queen. This would break every rating record in history. Give us one drama. Just one. That's all we need. The industry reacts. At first, it seemed like harmless fan excitement. But then, whispers began spreading in the industry itself. Producers took notice. Writers took notice. Even international streaming platforms reportedly began contacting agencies, asking the same question. What if we put Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo together? Because, let's be honest, in the entertainment world, legends rarely collide. And when they do, it's not just a project. It's an event. The emotional pull. Why did this moment hit so hard? Because Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo aren't just stars, they are eras. He was the face of a new wave of K-dramas, the boy who became a global heartthrob in Boys Over Flowers. She was the queen who redefined romance in Autumn in My Heart and Descendants of the Sun. Together, they represent the golden history of Korean entertainment, past, present, and future. And fans realized something heartbreaking. If they don't share the screen now, when will they? Time is precious. Legends don't wait forever. One fan wrote, "Our parents had Choi Ji-woo and Bae Young-jun. Our generation deserves Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo." Behind the curtain, insiders whispered that after the gala, even staff members were buzzing. One stylist claimed, when they stood together, the room changed. It wasn't just visuals. It was energy. Pure magic. If someone doesn't put them in a drama, it's a crime against art. Even international media outlets picked it up, calling them the ultimate fantasy pairing. Netflix Korea, Disney+, TVN, SBS. Everyone's names started being thrown into the rumor mill. Could this really happen? Or was it just a dream fans were holding on to? The dream that refuses to die. And so here we are. What really happened between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo at the gala? Maybe it was just a conversation. Maybe it was just mutual respect. But what fans saw, what they felt was potential. The possibility of a drama that could change everything. A drama that would unite generations, break viewership records, and cement their names in history not just as individual legends, but as a legendary pair. And until that dream comes true, one thing is certain. The gala wasn't just a night of glamour. It was the spark of something bigger. A story the world isn't ready to stop telling. Because sometimes a single moment is enough to create a legacy. And when it comes to Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, the world is ready to witness that legacy unfold. K-drama Haven family, do you think this dream pairing will actually happen? Or will it remain the greatest what if in K-drama history? Subscribe, hit that bell, and stay tuned. Because if this rumor turns into reality, it won't just be a drama. It will be a worldwide event.